Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of CBR Plays. Today we're going to be playing some almost Manaless Dredge. This is a relatively new series, I suppose. It's just doing what everyone loves to see, and that is just gameplay footage. So we're going to get right into it, and I will explain what Manaless Dredge is. So Manaless Dredge has had a huge history in Legacy, kind of a only Legacy deck, and it stems from the original Dredge deck that has Lion's Eye Diamonds and Faithless Lootings and can kind of kill you pretty quickly using the Dredge mechanic. But someone somewhere made Manaless Dredge, and that was a whole nother ride in itself. So you would always go to be on the draw, and you would always have your turn 1 play be discard to hand size. And it's a definite fair version. It's a nice little budget option as well, where you would just discard a Golgari Grave Troll, and then you would dredge 6, and then kind of go off to the races from there. Our deck in this version consists of a lot more dredging creatures, so we have Golgari Grave Troll and Stinkweed Imp and Golgari Thug to get our dredging going. But we also have 4 Phantasmagorian, which is the deck that kind of makes your Manaless Dredge tick. So Phantasmagorian, it's a 6/6 for 7, and when you cast it, any player may discard 3 cards. If they do, counter it, and then you can discard 3 cards and return it from the graveyard to your hand. So basically, if we can get this in the graveyard early, we can discard our hand using Phantasmagorian's ability in the graveyard and hold priority and activate it twice. So we only get it back to our hand once, but we can discard 6 cards, and that means that we can empty our hand, put everything in the graveyard, and then just try and go off from there. So with that, we can dread return our River Kelpie, and that will sort of get things moving where whenever another permanent enters the battlefield from the graveyard, it can draw a card, which of course we'll replace with a dredge, and then whenever a player casts a spell from the graveyard, draw a card. So that turns on our Cabal Therapies, that turns on our dread returns, and then we can dread return again a Flayer of the Hatebound, and that will start to deal damage to our opponent. So it kind of has that combo win element, but a lot of the time this deck just beats face, using cards like Bloodghast, and Narcomoeba and Bridge from Below zombies, and then just kind of kill your opponent that way. So slightly different is this list even again. The original Manaless Dredge had Nether Spirit, which is a 1/1 for 2, and it has haste, and if there's 3 creatures above it in the graveyard, you can return it to the battlefield in your upkeep. So it's nice little extra influence, but this deck is going to forego that. We're keeping our Icarids, which is another thing that gets back if you exile a black creature from your graveyard. But of course we also have the Bloodghasts, and to turn our Bloodghasts on, we have exactly 8 mana. So 4 Dryad Arbors and 4 Dakmor Salvage. So Dakmor Salvage enters the battlefield tapped, it adds black mana, and you can dredge it for 2. Which means that we can actually get it back in our hand and then maybe cast Cabal Therapy. We can use our Edge of Autumn mostly just to cycle. We can cycle if we have too many cards, just to get another draw trigger. But if we have 4 or fewer lands, we can search our library for a basic land and then put it on the battlefield tapped. So if we end up getting too many things, we can definitely Edge of Autumn just to get another draw trigger and sacrifice one of our creatures. Dryad Arbor also comes back for to sacrifice, and yeah, and in the sideboard we have the unique deck building restriction in that we can't cast things for mana. So we have our 1 Snow-Covered Forest to get back to get with Edge of Autumn if we really feel like we need to. We have a Petrified Field, which allows us to sacrifice it and return a land card from the graveyard to our hand, which we'll be getting back for Dryad Arbor, so we can play Dryad Arbor, so we can sacrifice it to Cabal Therapy, make some zombies, that sort of thing. We have 4 Force of Vigor, which is a new card from Modern Horizons, so if it's not your turn, you can exile a green card from your hand instead of paying its mana cost, and then you can destroy 2 target artifacts and/or enchantments. So that's going to be really relevant for Game 2, when our opponent's going to be bringing in Leyline of the Void and Rest in Peace. We're going to try and beat those. We also have 1 of Reverent Silence if we know that our opponent's going to be playing Leylines, where it can actually destroy all enchantments, not just one. So Dryad Arbor counts as a forest, so does the forest that we have in our sideboard as well. So we should be able to turn on Reverent Silence relatively easy. Contagion is really good against Containment Priest or Thalia, which makes our life really difficult, so we can pay 1 life and exile a black card instead of paying its mana cost, and then distribute 2 -2/-1 counters among 2 or 1 target creatures, so that will help us out a lot as well. And we have Leyline of Sanctity for the storm kills, as well as Thoughtseize, which makes our life really difficult. So we're always going to be on the draw, and then because of that, our opponent has a likelihood of turn 1 Thoughtseizing us, and we want to kind of mitigate that strategy a little bit by playing our Leyline of Sanctity. So let's jump into the games and see how we go. Alright, and we are back with almost Manaless Dredge, and you know what? I think we'll take the draw. Seems like a lot of fun. I mean, we always keep every hand, so we'll keep it. This is a really good sort of budget option for people if they want to sort of get into the format but don't really know where. And most of the deck kind of pilots itself. I mean, the mulligan decisions are obviously really easy. Oh, speaking of which, mulligan decisions are very easy. So discard Phantasmagorian. That's a great card. So we will turn off Water Yields. Yeah, and then we'll let our opponent do fair things. Our opponent's going to do fair things. This is where it kind of feels pretty good. So we're going to do this in our opponent's second main phase. Looks like we're probably up against Miracles, most likely. So we'll see what we can come up with. We're usually pretty favored in game 1. And yeah, so let's just discard our hand here. So holding control, we discard these cards. And then we're going to activate the ability again, getting rid of the rest of our cards. Great. So we'll see what we mill. We're probably going to exile our Bloodghast here. Seems reasonable. So exile the Bloodghast. Get our thing back. Chip in for a little bit of damage. And we will Dredge Stinkweed Imp. Get an Archimever. Now we're kind of off to the races. So we've got a bunch of Bridge from Below triggers happening here. So we will go to combat. Attack with our 3/1. Just getting a little bit of chip damage here and there. And then we will Cabal Therapy from my graveyard. Easy mode. Sacrifice the Ikorid. Get a couple of bridge triggers. Yep. We can actually reanimate something here, but it might not be worth it. So we get to name something from our opponent's hand. This time it's going to be Force of Will. Usually a good place to start, just to make sure that the coast is clear. Opponent did have the Force of Will. It looks like they're not playing Miracles, which could be interesting. So we can reanimate one of these things. It might not be worth it. So we can Golgari Thug. Edge of Autumn doesn't do anything, of course. So if we Dread Return, we Dread Return back the Street Wraith, I suppose. I guess it's not worth it. We'll just pass the turn. Alright, well, we're kind of racing our opponent here, because our opponent will have something online pretty soon. Cunning Wish will help them a lot, because it'll allow them to get back, to get Surgical Extraction from the sideboard. So hopefully our opponent doesn't see the line, but I'm sure they do. We can work around that though. Getting rid of our Bridge from Below triggers is obviously very annoying. But we can deal with that. We still have 5 power on board, which might be enough. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, if we had something bigger to Dread Return, we could definitely maybe Dread Return River Kelpie or something like that, and try and go from there. But at the moment, our Dread Return targets are so small that it might just not be worth it. Let's see what our opponent's up to. They can cast his Cunning Wish, and we gotta try and make sure that we don't die as well. We could theoretically reanimate the Street Wraith, but we might want to keep it in for Icarid. We'll see what our opponent's got. We could also just top deck the Show and Tell, and just Show and Tell Omniscience Emrakul, and then we lose by quite a large margin. I mean, we'll continue to play it out because we might go runner if our opponent just goes for that line. Because if we dread, like, we only have 3 permanents, and one of them will net a zombie anyway. So basically, Show and Tell Emrakul, and then attack. Like, we go to 5, and then we can kind of continue to play. We can't do much, but we can definitely continue to play. We'll see what our opponent's up to. Snow Covered Swamp for our opponent. And looks like they're going to pass. So we will do this for the Street Wraith. Yep. And then mill the Thug. So our opponent's going to wait on the thing, which is fine. Finish, please. And then, so we can, now we can Dread Return nothing, essentially. And we've run out of dredges as well, so let's go attacking. So I think we're gonna do this. So go to our second main, and we will Dread Return the Dryad Arbor, which has probably never happened in the history of Magic, but we have these bridge triggers. Bridge triggers probably not too like, our opponent probably has to Cunning Wish for Surgical here, so it might sort of slow them down at least enough. I mean, they can Surgical the Dryad Arbor, but that's like not really that big of a deal, considering they're dead pretty soon to Icarids. Let's see what our opponent thinks of doing. They're definitely going to do something, which is what they decide. And basically main deck Surgical Extraction can make things really awkward for us, as I'm sure you can imagine. So, still waiting for our opponent. Opponent's just having to think. But we do get, yeah, all of these will yield zombies here, so they gotta do something about it. Bridge from Below is such a busted card. Recently banned in Modern. Died for the sins of Hogak, but it was probably too busted anyway. It was only being played in like unfair decks anyway, so not really surprised to see it go. Oh yeah, alright. Well, we will auto-yield, get our zombies. But that's fine. If our opponent's not even going to Surgical here. Okay, maybe they have something better to get back. Yep, so this triggers a Bloodghast. Bloodghast, coming back. And now we can... yeah, I guess we can do that. So... Edge of Autumn, cycle, sacrifice this land. Get a couple of bridges. Yeah, our opponent might want to... No, I guess not. I think they're just going to try and win next turn. But still, we have so much power on board. So, we will Dredge the Thug. Cabal Therapy our opponent. Now we're talking. So we will... sacrifice the Bloodghast. Get a couple more triggers. More triggers now. Yep. So we'll see what our opponent does. They might want to brainstorm here, I guess, but like... I think we're at the point where we're... our opponent can brainstorm and hide some cards, or they can just Cunning Wish now, But if they Cunning Wish now, it's got to be something good, you know. So I think we're gonna name. So if they hide Show and Tell, if they get a Show and Tell, they hide it off the top. But I think we have to hope their opponent. I guess we could take the Omniscience. We gotta think about this. So our opponent's gonna hide their best cards, but unfortunately it's the best cards of 7, in which we know 3 of them. So they can't hide all 3. They probably keep the Cunning Wish in hand. But if they draw a Show and Tell, they're gonna want to have either Show and Tell on top or Omniscience on top, so that they can cast the rest of their stuff. So we have to just. I think it's a 50-50 split on Show and Tell and Omniscience, but I think our opponent's going to... Alright, I think our opponent's going to hide Show and Tell on top, so we're going to go for the Omniscience. See if we get there. Oh, they did have... No, they hid it away. Okay, fair enough. Well, most of those cards are pretty dead, so... No go for us. Alright, we'll pass the turn. We have a lethal amount of attackers, by far. And also, like, we're gonna keep going with these dredgings. So, might have been a good idea to do the thing when they wanted to do the thing, but that's okay. Alright, opponent brainstorms. Yep, fair enough. Well, I mean, they have sideboard cards, so it's not straight loss, but makes it a little bit harder. Alright, nice to be up a game. We usually win game 1, so that's good. Game 2, if they're extra tricky, they'll go on the draw, and then we have to do nothing. Oops. So going into sideboard, I can only assume our opponent has instant-based removal, which is actually kind of fine for us. So we're gonna do nothing, I think. Maybe we bring in Ley Lines. I think Ley Lines is probably reasonable. So bring in Ley Lines. And we're gonna go... Alright, let's cut some stuff. So... I think we just have to trim on everything. We can go down a Bloodghast. And we can go down a... Maybe we just run it back and just try and get lucky. It's hard. It's hard. So we'll go down a... Yeah, we'll go down one of everything, I think. We can go down the combos to take out the River Kelpies, take out the Flair of the Hatebounds, but probably won't be that kind of game. Alright, take out a Stinky. So, 1 Dredger, so we'll go down 2 Dredges, down 2 Payoffs, bring in 4 Ley Lines. Because now we're almost certainly on the play. Which means that we're going to have 1 less card in our hand anyway if our opponent has their way. Does this hand do anything? Dredges 4. We're going to go first. We're going to go first. Let's mulligan once. Hope for that Ley Line. Hell yeah. Alright, so we will keep this hand. Put Ley Line on the bottom. Man, Ley Lines is so much better after London Mulligan. Yep. And go. So we're down 2 cards, so we're not doing anything for a long time. But our opponent's not thought saving us, which I think is very important. So that was a good mulligan. The mulligan decisions are very difficult in this deck because you're not ever really supposed to mulligan. Well, there's our Ley Line. And yeah, once we go to 7, we'll discard the Stinkweed Imp. Hope that it doesn't get surgicaled, I guess. And go for the best. I wonder if it's any relevance to have Silent Gravestone for surgical, but it turns off our Dread Returner, it turns off our... No, it only turns off Dread Return. So maybe it's okay. Alright, Narcomoeba on top. Alright. Start doing stuff next turn. Don't fetches. Shuffling away those bad cards. That's fine. Well, it turns out Edge of Autumn was pretty good. I felt pretty good about that. Show and tell. Huh. Show and tell, huh? Alright, well. Get in there, Narcomoeba. Yeah, this might just be game over. Alright, opponent doesn't have anything. Unfortunately, we put a card in off our hand. Probably should have just let it go. Yeah, get in. Get in there, Narcomoeba. Pass the turn. Our opponent can do nearly everything they want, and they have 5 cards in hand as well, so I don't know what they're planning on doing. They could just have the win here, but I think they're just slow rolling us. That feel win slow roll. Alright, get in there, Narcomoeba. Show them who's boss. And yes, we will clean up. And we can't really cycle at all because our Edge of Autumn kind of requires us to do that, but alright, opponent plays another Omniscience. I don't think it's worth it to bring in Force of Vigor in case our opponent has Omniscience. That feels like a very bad way to win the game. Alright. Stinky gets back Narcomoeba. Yes, please. And now we can kind of go to town. So I guess we play this Dakmor Salvage. And then Phantasmagorian twice. So, I mean, we're just gonna go for it. Like, if our opponent has it, they have it. They gotta be doing something, you know? Alright, Phantasmagorian. Leave our Edge of Autumn in hand for cycling purposes. Yep. Second ability fizzles. And we will cycle. No Thug, but we're almost at Dread Return, so maybe? I don't know if our opponent's playing optimally, but they're definitely playing, so we will continue to play as well. Get back to Stinky. Nothing exciting here, just a bunch of Edge of Autumns. Yeah, alright. Well, I don't know if we have another turn. I feel like our opponent's slow rolling something. They have 4 cards in hand. Maybe they're just all Thoughtseizers? I guess it's not completely impossible. Seems unlikely, but not impossible. And, I mean, we can dredge back Dakmor Salvage to get back Bloodghast. And trigger... yeah, that should just be the win. So we'll let our opponent have it. With Cunning Wish, you can just get Firemind's Foresight, and then get 3 cantrips, and then you get Cunning Wish, 2 cantrips, and then you get Release the Ants. So, pretty cool deck. This is something that I feel like hasn't really seen that much play. Probably get Surgical Extraction. Alright. Fair enough. Well, Surgical Extraction, our Icarid. Why is our opponent slow rolling us? Just win! Alright. Opponent's going to Surgical Extract. Gonna look through our hand. I think... do we take out the ley lines? Maybe we take out the ley lines. It's just like, now we get to be on the draw again. If our opponent is playing Surgicals and nothing else, so we might just be able to race them. That seems reasonable. Yeah, I think we might do that. Just take a chance. I'm not really scared about this. I'm scared about this Cunning Wish. Cunning Wish gets Eladrami's Call. And Emrakul. And cast Emrakul. Well, we're not... I mean, I'm not worried. I don't know if you are worried, but I'm not worried. Yep. Alright, so opponent attacks. We still have... yeah, that's fine. Yeah, unfortunately, we're actually probably dread returning the Dakmor Salvage. Does that work? Jeez, that's pretty loose. We get back definitely 2 creatures. I think we gotta do that. Alright. Do the Dakmor Salvage. Phantasmagorian's great. Alright. No, it's not. No, we're dead. So we can Bloodghast. Yeah, it doesn't really do anything. Bloodghast is almost there. Just need to sacrifice 2 creatures. Unfortunately, we can't really do that profitably. So, yeah, get back 2 Bloodghasts. But yeah, we're dead. Okay, well, our opponent had the fast start, I think, and the mulligan kind of gave him a lot of time, which is obviously unfortunate, but yeah, we will concede. Okay, well, I think we're pretty close. If we hit a Narcomoeba off the top, although it would be completely unlikely, we can hit more creatures. What can you do? Alright, so we're just going to take out the ley lines here, I think. And bring back in our cards. Like, Surgical's not a problem. If you're just Surgicaling us, then that's fine. We can live with the Surgical. The other stuff, yeah, less so. Alright, 1-1 against Blue-Black Show and Tell. See how we go. Alright, we will take the draw. Please. I love to draw. Alright, well, Stinky, you gotta do it for us. I do like these innovations though with the Dryad Arbors and Edge of Autumns. Just a nice little extra cycling ability. So, no Thoughtseize, please. Alright, Snow-Covered Island, that's good. So, go to discard. Discard Stinky. So we're just going to F2? So see if our opponent... I mean, our opponent almost certainly doesn't Surgical us, but if they do, we have an answer. Also, next time we get to Dryad Arbor, Edge of Autumn, so we've got a lot of draws here to cycle through our deck. Try and find that Phantasmagorian. Alright, Brainstorm for our opponent. Looking for something. Street Wraith is good. Any Street Wraiths, any cycling, feels really good. Edge of Autumn, I really like it. Very nice addition. Even though we dread returned Dryad Arbor. You gotta do what you gotta do, you know. Gotta trigger those Bloodghast somehow. Alright, opponent is Brainstorming. Thinking through their options. We'll see what they come up with. I mean, our hand is kind of pretty good. We get a few dredges next turn. Looks like our opponent's doing nothing, which is also good for us. So we will replace our draw. Is this a Surgical? Oh, that's bad for you. Alright, well. Sorry, opponent. We will Street Wraith. Whee! Fizzle the Surgical. Get an Narcomoeba. Yeah, classic mistake. Getting the dredges, always a trap. Although... Oh, we get another Stinky. Hee hee. That's great. Alright, that worked out really well for us. Alright, so let's... should we just go all in? Dread Return. Nothing really in the graveyard that's of relevance. Bloodghast Icarid. How can we discard cards from our hand? We can Cabal Therapy ourselves, getting rid of Stinkweed. That's probably okay, actually. So, Cabal Therapy ourselves. Sacrificing the Stinkweed him. Bridges would be nice, but what can you do? Name Stinkweed. Gotta do it somehow. Stinkweed in the bin. Now we play a Dryad Arbor. Trigger Bloodghast. Hell yeah, now we're talking. Always yes, please. Always yield. Alright. So get back a Bloodghast, get back a Bloodghast. Now we can Dread Return. That's really great. So Dread Return, River Kelpie? Seems like the line. I'd like to... So we can Edge of Autumn to cycle again, but we're kind of taking a risk. So let's see, if we Dread Return the River Kelpie, It's just like good value, less upside. Okay, let's Edge of Autumn. Really nice to have some good in our graveyard, but what can you do? Alright. Get back Stinkweed Imp. Of course. You must understand. See, that was a good payoff. So, Phantasmagorian. Say bye-bye to our hand. We have to choose Bridge from Below, Cabal Therapy, Icarid. Can't do it again. Now we can Cabal Therapy our opponent, sacrificing this Bloodghast. Trigger Bridge. Naming... We're gonna name Show and Tell here, I think. It seems to be the reasonable line. We're not doing anything here. There's Force of Will. Alright, that's even better. Whee! What did they exile? Ponder? Alright, well... Sorry, opponent, but we were going to Cabal Therapy, targeting you. Getting rid of this Bloodghast. And yeah, kind of going off. Feels good, feels good. Alright, Cabal Therapy you again. This time we're naming Show and Tell. See what they got. Island Omniscience. Alright. Good to know for next time. And I think that's about where we finish our turn. So we will pass the turn. We just need one more creature, so we might actually just get back the Dakmor Salvage. And then go for the River Kelpie. Alright, fair enough. Well... You chose poorly. 6/6. We kill our opponent quickly. Put in Stinkweed. Do we have a Stinkweed in the bin? Yeah, I guess Stinky kind of does it. So no, Stinky that doesn't mean anything. We'll just bring back the Phantasmagorian. Just a 6/6. Trigger Icarids. Yes, we will gladly trigger Icarids. So we will get rid of this Street Wraith. And now we got a lot of power. So what else is there? What's this one? Show me this Golgari Thug. Alright, get rid of Golgari Thug. Go to dredging. So this time we'll dredge Dakmor Salvage. Do we even need to at this point? We just want to get more stuff in our graveyard. We can Dread Return. This is only 2. Yeah, we'll go Stinky. Go for the higher upside. We're just hitting them for so much this game. Alright, well, attack all. Get in there, Kidlets. That's 6, 12. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. So now we'll Dread Return the... So we can... Yeah, I guess that works. So let's try and go all out here. So this, and this. Get a couple of bridge triggers. Oh yeah, that feels good. Our opponent has no cards in hand. They can cast any spell that they want, but might not be good enough. Yep. So we will dredge 6. Now we're going off. Phantasmagorian. This. Yep, get back Phantasmagorian. Cabal Therapy, our opponent. Sacrificing one of these zombies. Trigger River Kelpie. Now we can just go through our entire deck, basically. Yeah. Trigger Narcomoeba. So now we're probably actually just going to get Flayer of the Hatebound and win the game. Seems like a good idea. Grave Troll. Yep. We'll name... Obstinate. Oop. This is one of my favorite ones to name. It's just like, what if they have it, you know? Ugh, that would have been bad. And then we Dread Return the Flayer of the Hatebound. So this just actually just wins us the game. So we can sacrifice these. And we get to draw cards. Lucky. Yep, on the stack, on the stack, on the stack, on the stack. Yeah, surgical, not a huge problem for us, especially when you accidentally do it incorrectly. Sometimes that's how it goes. Get back, Nakamoeba. Yes, doing it, doing it. One day this will resolve. Now we just draw, because we have 8 cards left in our library. We haven't made a land drop yet. Man, life is good, life is good. Alright. This on the stack last, this on the stack first. And for our opponent? Whee! Alright. Nice way to win the game. And we get the match as well, that's fantastic. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Well, see you in the next one. Alright, back at it again with Manaless Dredge. And we would hate to take the play, so we'll go on the draw. And yeah, I mean, does the thing. Certified does the thing. And we get a cheeky little land drop with Dryad Arbor as well, so we will keep this hand. Always keep, never mull. Chancellor of the Annex. Alright, well that's not really a problem for us unless they go faster. And I assume our opponent's going to go pretty fast if they have the Chancellor of the Annex draw. So our opponent's almost certainly reanimating. So we'll have to make special concessions for that. We don't really have anything in our sideboard, we're just trying to race them. But, yeah, opponent has Entomb. Unfortunately, Dread Return doesn't do the thing. Alright, just puts a Gristlebrand in the bin. Well, we only have one mode, and that is Sicko mode, so we will mill Golgari Grave Thug. And yeah, let's see the turn 2 reanimate. Dark Ritual. And I don't know about this like main phase turn 1 Entomb in the dark. I guess it's fine. Yeah, gets back Grizzlebrand. Draw some cards. Draw some cards. Draw some more cards? Just that amount. Well, the good news is that they can't strip our hand, and they kill us in 3 turns. So we can beat them killing us in, I guess it's 4 turns actually? 6-7. 6-7, much less scary than a 7-7. I mean, they can put a bunch of stuff on the battlefield as well, but it's just like, it doesn't really matter. Like, obviously paying 1 is going to be annoying, but it'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll just combo kill our opponent. Deck is surprisingly hard to interact with when you have mono hand disruption effects. We still have this Chancellor effect that we have to be aware of, but I don't think that's big of a deal. Alright. Opponent, having a think. Thinking through their options. Cabal Therapy targeting us. Well, that doesn't bother us at all. If they're named Dryad Arbor, then I guess they got us, but probably not an issue. Name's Lion's Eye Diamond. Okay, well, that is a card that is not in our deck, so advantages of playing thingy. So they have 10 cards in hand, like, they can probably reanimate again, they haven't even made a land drop yet. So, but realistically, we still at least have a couple of turns unimpeded. Lotus Petal, and a land. Reanimating our Golgari Thug is actually super annoying, and that might actually win them the game, but I don't know if they know that. I guess we'll find out. Because, like, our whole game plan revolves around getting this Golgari Thug out of the graveyard. Alright, Faithless Looting. Just gonna put another creature in play. That seems reasonable. Ashen Rider. Neither Ashen Rider nor Chancellor really does that much against us. I mean, obviously Chancellor of the Annex is super annoying, but it doesn't kill us. Exhume. Well that is actually the perfect play. Because now we're dead in 2 turns. So dead in 2 turns, and we have to go to discard. Alright, just getting rid of the Annex. Gonna put some more cards in our graveyard for us, I guess. Thank you, opponent. Well, they have the perfect information, so we'll see what they put in. Nakamoeba. Yeah, that's fine. Oh man, does this actually kill us? Oh my gosh, our opponents played pretty well, considering how difficult this was to deal with. So we untap. And I guess we should have attacked. Just like, why not? Yeah, it might have been okay. Yeah, we'll attack next turn for sure. Not that it matters. Our opponent's gonna get him for 6 here. They could have just killed us in 2 turns, but this way is more fun. I can definitely agree with our opponent. Alright. But it has 6 cards in hand. Marsh Flats. Draws a bunch of cards. We might have lost this one, unfortunately. This, I played a different list the other night on our stream. That's Lazy Sunday Legacy, if you haven't seen it before. But we had Fairy Macabre in the board, which is just like a nice catch-all. But, yeah. Not quite going to work this way. Opponent actually Cabal Therapied us into Oblivion, which is very funny. Alright, so obviously we draw nothing. We will attack for 1. Get in there, Golgari Thug. No blocks, of course. You must understand. There's no blocks here. And pass. Well, we have another turn. We have this turn and then the next turn. And... ooh, we're probably still dead, right? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like just dead, so... Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, Grizzlebrand, good card. Good card. Put us down to 9. Alright. You're going, Grave Thug. I believe in you. Alright. Let's scoop it up. Okay. So, we get to choose. And I think we're bringing in Leyline of Sanctity here. Reverent Silence is, like, obviously a consideration. You don't want to bring in both. Contagion doesn't work. Leyline... I think on the draw might actually be okay. Target player, yeah, let's do that. So we'll do that, and we're going to try and go for the combo kill, prioritizing that. So we'll dunk Icarid, and we'll dunk a Kelpie and a Kelpie. Yeah, we'll leave him 2 Kelpies. And then, yeah, ditch a Bloodgust, ditch a Golgari Thug. And we're gonna like that. See how that goes. Leyline of Sanctity, pretty good card against our opponent's hand disruption. Obviously costs us a card to get onto the battlefield, but they won't be able to shred our hand, which will be good. So we will be on the draw. No, thank you. Love saying no. Alright, so if our opponent... Ugh, this hand. This is a stinky hand if I've ever seen one. So if our opponent like leads on a Thoughtseize, it's kind of awkward. I think we'll hit 1 mulligan just to try and find that Leyline. Or do we even bother? Our opponent kept 7. The problem is if our opponent... if our opponent Cabal Therapies were kind of okay, I think we just keep. We'll just keep. Thoughtseize sucks. And that's probably just the way it's going to go. But otherwise, mostly fine. Alright, bad lands for our opponent. And Faithless Looting. Powerful card, as they say. Discards... Well, no Tome on Thoughtseize, which is good. They're just gonna, like, raw dog it. They have no fear at all. I've been burned way too many times by just, like, blind doing the Faithless Looting. Oh, they're just gonna reanimate here? Okay. Never mind. Yeah. Alright, well, we might lose this one, unfortunately. By the looks of it. Yeah. Grizzlebrand draws a bunch of cards. They made the land drop. Gone down to 5. Well, let's discard a Golgari Thug and pass the turn. Definitely less scary. Unmask, targeting us. Yeah, this is like... Yeah. Yep. So, takes a card, but that's the problem, because now we're 2 turns behind. Yeah, Dark Ritual. Lotus Petal. And Entomb. Yeah, looks like we're just gonna get done in here. Hellish Norn just kills us. Okay, fair enough. I don't think we can beat an Hellish Norn, unfortunately. So So, yeah, I guess we scoop it up. Okay, fair enough. Well, that was quick. I mean, I don't think the ley line would have mattered that much anyway, considering the circumstances, but yeah, it's good to know. Alright, off to the next one. Alright, we are on the draw, of course, you must understand. And yeah, we'll keep. Does the thing. Grave Troll's gonna be helpful. Alright. Opponent, Volcanic Island. We're probably gonna beat every unfair deck there is. And then lose to every fair deck. Alright, discard Grave Troll. See what we can muster up here. Of course, Grave Troll, best Dredge card in the format. Dredge 6. Yuck. Yuck. That's so many dredges. Alright, opponent brainstorms. Looking for that answer. And polluted Delta for our opponent. Okay. Well, we will Dredge 6. Love to Dredge. Oh, Phantasmagorian as well. Oh, life is good, life is good. Be nice to have a cheeky, what's his face? A cheeky, Dryad Arbor in hand, but do what we can. There's a Dryad Arbor there, but it's pretty far away from being where we need it to be. Alright, opponent. Not sure exactly what they want to do, but they might want to do something. So I guess we turn off auto yields in case they surgical us. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We keep 2 cards in hand if we want to. I don't think that matters. I think we're happy to just go to discard here. Alright, go to discard. We did it. Alright, opponent cracks. Tropical Island for our opponent. And nothing. Oh no. Misty Rainforest. Tarmogoyf? Biggest, baddest Tarmogoyf there is. Alright. Well, we will discard our hand. This one, this one, this one. Get it back. Trigger it. This one, this one, this one. Probably mill a Dakmor salvage here, honestly. If we had the opportunity. But we don't. So we will instead return Phantasmagorian to our hand. Opponent might not be sure exactly what's going on. I mean, if you're playing Rug, you're usually the people who play Rug are pretty good at Magic, so that's just my assumption. Alright. Well, we will eventually go to our turn. Unless our opponent times us out. That could be fun. So we're just gonna run it back. Yeah, get the Icarid, getting rid of and just one Stinkweed Imp just to get it on the battlefield. They don't have a bridge from below, but we might in the future, so it could be worth keeping in mind. Cabal Therapy might be worth it. We'll see. We want to just turn on this Dread Return as fast as possible, so that's why Dakmor Salvage would be sick, because then we can get back the Bloodghast, and have the Icarid, and then yeah, things get pretty easy after that. So we'll do this. We have a lot of Stinkweed Imps, so we'll get rid of one. And draw a card. We will replace that with a Dredge. Mills a bunch of stuff. Cabal Therapy. Just a bunch of Cabal Therapies. So no bridges. We do get another Bloodghast. Still nothing too fantastic. So we will Cabal Therapy our opponent. Get rid of this Icarid. Opponent fetches. So probably a Brainstorm here, but that's totally fine because they can't fetch it away if they do so. Opponent just goes for the Spell Pierce. That's fine. Nothing ventured, nothing gained after all. And pass. So, kind of not really doing anything, but that's fine. Our opponent's doing some stuff, but it's still not a lot. Alright, ponder for our opponent. So what can we do? We can't really do much, honestly. Icarids, we want to just mill over some bridges. If we mill over a couple of bridges, we can get back Icarid, and then we can get back River Kelpie, and then we can kind of try and go off like that. Yeah, opponent's just running it all out there. Opponent can burn us out pretty easily. Yep. Alright, so Icarid does come back from this Street Wraith. And we'll replace our draw. Narcomoeba's good. We like a cheeky Narcomoeba. Still no bridges? Come on. Come on. So we will attack with Icarid. Get in. Opponent does not block. So we will Cabal Therapy our opponent. Do we want to do ourselves now? And we have one more Grave Troll. Yeah, I think that's fine. We have one more Grave Troll. Alright. Get rid of the Icarid. Cabal Therapy our opponent again. This time we're going to name... probably just name Brainstorm. It's definitely the most powerful card that they have. Kind of facilitates their flipping of Delver and Lightning Bolts. Eee. Alright, well now we have to take that Lightning Bolt. Oh man. Opponent's going to Force of Will it? Gill. Alright, well... Cabal, this saves 6 damage if it resolves. If it doesn't resolve, maybe we get some spells out of our opponent's hand, but yeah, they're just going to Force of Will. So, that's pretty bad. So they have 6 points, it goes to 10. If they flip Delver off a Lightning Bolt, we just lose? That's a Brainstorm. Okay. The opponent has 6, 10, 13. So we're essentially at 3 life here. We're going to keep doing our thing though. Street Wraith. And draws a card. Now do we want to Dakmor? I think we do. So Dakmor, play Dakmor, trigger 2 Bloodghasts. Yeah, that seems like the better line. So get back Dakmor Salvage. Play Dakmor Salvage. Yep, trigger these Bloodghasts. We might be able to win here. Actually, is our opponent going to send damage? I don't think they will. How big is this River Kelpie? Does it survive 2 hits? No. Ew. So Dread Return doesn't really do that much. Okay. So we will... I guess we attack. See if our opponent goes to Bolt the Icarid. I don't think they will, but they might. Alright. Yeah, I should have named Bolt. That was the one that actually killed us. So... sacrifice this land. Cycle this Edge of Boredom. Get back Grave Troll. Ugh, dear, dearie, dearie, dear. So, we kind of die to anything. Do we need a River Kelpie? Is that where we are in this conversation? Maybe. I guess we get a bunch of bridge triggers now. We get 3 at least. So, Phantasmagorian, Grave Troll, and another Phantasmagorian. Mill some stuff. Dread Return. Get back. River Kelpie. Sacrifice this, this, and this. Do get 3 zombies, so we're still not just dead. If our opponent sends any bolts at anything other than our face, then we got a little bit more time. because these zombies will gum up the ground pretty well. And get back River Kelpie. What is our opponent thinking? Opponent brainstorms. Okay. Looking for... That was the card that they had on top, so... Not sure if they're looking for a counterspell here, maybe. You can just send a bolt. I guess that has, actually has persist. So our opponent just has the force of will. And they have bolt on top. Ugh, imagine being that lucky. Can't relate. Alright, fair enough. Well, opponent is going to hit us for Exaxus here. So that was a good top deck. I'm going to call that good top decks, but that's also fine. Your deck is doing exactly what it's designed to do. Bolt and bolt. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. Incorrect naming with the thing by the looks of it. Cabal Therapy. Alright, so this time we want things to resolve. I don't think we bring in anything. We bring in a forest? Maybe we're bringing in a petrified field. Because our opponent has all these counter spells. I think that's all we're doing. Take out a Dread Return. Yeah, alright. Well, I think we're pretty close. Like, our opponent did pretty well, but that's okay. Would you like to play first? We would not like to play first. I hate playing first. And yeah, we'll keep it. Got a couple of extra draw engines here, which is pretty nice. So yeah, this is a pretty decent hand. If I had a Phantasmagorian, obviously it'd be pretty busted, but honestly, it feels okay. Alright. Opponent. Thinking through their options. If they drop a Leyline of the Void here, then we just lose the game. But, I mean, sometimes you gotta take a risk. We will keep. So, Leyline? Oh god, Leyline would be so sick. From Rug? Come on. Yeah, that's right. That's what I thought. Alright. Yeah, just runs out of Delver, so that's fine. So we will... yeah, we can't really cycle for any value, so we'll just leave it for now. Alright, Waterlog Grove for our opponent. Cool new card. New Delver. Alright. Opponent probably not going too surgical like they did, like our last opponent did. The opponent at the start, I suppose. Alright, Ponders for our opponent. Not much happening here. 3 cards in hand. It's a surgical, it's a surgical. Not much you can do about that. Alright. So we will... go to our draw. Stinky. And, ooh, Phantasmagorian? I like that. So, Phantasmagorian probably only once here, so... 1. So we definitely want to... hold on. We definitely want to discard these 3 cards, but... the Kelpie... huh. Kind of want the Bridge from Below as well. That's fine. We got so many draws. Take a risk here. So get back Phantasmagorian. Street Wraith. Cycle. Get back Stinkweed Imp. Mill some cards. Play Dakmor Salvage. Trigger Bloodghast. Please. Cabal Therapy, targeting our opponent. Killing the Bloodghast. Get a bridge trigger. Our opponent has Surgical. I don't think they do. They don't force it well. Alright. What's the go? Lightning Bolt, Floodstrand, Brainstorm. Alright, well we have free reign for this turn. And this turn only. So, Cycle Edge of Autumn. Get back Stinkweed Imp. Trigger Narcomoeba. Play Narcomoeba. We needed one more creature. We can't really do anything, can we? Can't kill our creatures. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we can Phantasmagorian at any time. But there's no way that we can get Dread Return online. Can't bring a creature back. We can definitely do it next turn. I think we're just okay with passing. But it has Brainstorm, Flooded Strand. Yeah, there's the Brainstorm. Alright, so basically know nothing about our opponent's hand. Whoops, don't do that. Turn off water yields. Yield until end step. Opponent gets in, gets in. Well, that's great. That's really great. Alright. Do this. Get 2 zombies. Oh, just 1 zombie. Way more. Alright, fair enough. Oh, no tricks from us. Alright, well we lost a point of damage there by not putting the bridge from below in the bin, but probably non-sequential. Sequential? Something like that. Alright. Get back Phantasmagorian. Get back this Phantasmagorian. No cards in hand. Cards in hand, literally the worst. Yep. Alright. So now we get back Street Wraith. Oh, sorry, we exile Street Wraith. We exile Street Wraith. We have 1 Bloodghast. Yeah, I don't think that's worth getting back the Dakmor salvage. And I guess we can kind of win, right? Bridge from below. Can we double Dread Return? Dread Return. Yeah, there's only 1 Dread Return. Alright, let's just go for the big one. Get back Grave Troll. Okay, so go attacking. Yeah, opponent goes to 9. And we will Dread Return. The River Kelpie seems reasonable. Get a couple of zombies. You can get 1 draw out of this one. Yep, get a bunch of zombies. 2 exactly. Yep, zombie. And zombie. Cool. And I think this gives us 1 draw, which probably means that we can try to go off, get back Dakmor salvage. Alright, what's the go? Opponent has some Brainstorms. Okay. Basically know nothing about our opponent's hand. I think they're trying for the Surgical, but if they're brainstorming for a Surgical, that's probably okay. I guess any counterspell does it as well. Brainstorm. 1 card deeper. Well, you kind of got to get it this time, you know. Alright. Do you have the extra one? No, they do not. Alright. So we will get back Dakmor salvage. Play Cabal. Play Dakmor salvage. Trigger Bloodghast. Trigger River Kelpie. Oh, now we're going off. Alright, cool. Well, getting a sideboard game feels pretty good, and I think we're just gonna run it back. Feels like nothing that we add is gonna be relevant, so alright, well, run it back. That felt pretty good. That felt pretty good. Once we get River Kelpie online, it feels like it's kind of hard to lose. So no dredges? Alright. Okay, never mind. Our opponent correctly let us take the play, which is obviously the worst. Well, pass the turn. Do nothing, pass the turn. This is, some people get so cranky when they play against this deck, because it kind of like, I mean, Dredge incites that feeling in people a lot as well. Ugh. Alright. Well, we don't have any answer to that, nor that. So we're just gonna have to make them bust it. Each time. Ugh. Alright, fair enough. Well. Discard a card. Pass the turn. At least the Tormod's Crypt, like if the Tormod's Crypt was a, like anything else, we'd be in pretty big trouble. Alright. Tarmogoyf for our opponent. And passes. But two Tormod's Crypts are going to be hard to deal with. So, mill 2. Just a Street Wraith. And a Golgari Thug. So we will play Dakmor, Salvage, Edge of Autumn. I do like these Edge of Autumns. Alright, Edge of Autumn gets back... What's this one? Dakmor Salvage? Yeah. Gets back Golgari Thug. Does a bit of milling. Alright. See if that's enough to have our opponent pop their... pop one of their Tormod's Crypts. It's kind of okay. It's got a Golgari Grave Troll in there. I'm probably just going to wait to go all the way. Yeah, Brainstorm for our opponent. This is going to be hard to deal with. Because... How can we beat that? We'll just like try and put creatures on the battlefield. It's, the route for winning under any sort of small graveyard hate. As I said, we're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Where our opponents play Magic. Alright, so we will draw a card. It'll be the big troll. Fill up our hand. How can we parlay this into a victory? Well, we have Icarids and Bridges from below for next turn. We can't really just Phantasmagorian very effectively. So... Play anything? We get back... Yeah, I mean, we'll play this Dakmor Salvage. Next time we can Cabal Therapy our opponent. Get him. Alright. So we have a pretty juicy graveyard for our opponent at the moment, but they're staying pretty strong. Alright. Tarmogoyf gets in. That's a big clock. We're in game 3, so there's no coming back from that. Alright, Delver of Secrets for our opponent. And so, yes. See if that's enough. Alright, that's one of them gone. Cool. I guess actually getting back Phantasmagorian might have been the line, but it's just really big feels bads. Big feels bads. So we'll Cabal Therapy ourselves. Not dead yet. And I guess we play the Dryad Arbor. I don't think that really matters that much. Yep. So we'll name Grave Troll. Grave Troll. Oh my god. There we go. Alright. So put Golgari Grave Troll into the bin. I mean, we'll play out this Dryad Arbor for chump blocking purposes, I suppose. We're doing our very best. Please let it be known that we're doing our very best. Oh, we can Cabal Therapy? Is that worth it? Probably not. I guess it is. Alright. Making Tarmogoyf the same size. And now what do we name? So... Opponent just dazes it. Alright, well... Never mind. Makes the decision much easier for us. Alright, pass the turn. Alright, do we get the flip? Yeah, that's bad. So So our opponent has 7 power on board, and they still have a Tormos crypt. Yeah, maybe if they didn't have the second crypt, we might have been okay. I mean, that's probably asking too much anyway. But oh well. Return to nature? What? What the heck? Alright, well, I see. I see. Oh dear. Alright, fair enough. Well, our opponent returned to nature us. We truly went back to nature. And yeah, dropped down to the 1 and 2, unfortunately. Alright, let's go to the next one. Alright. Winning a lot of die rolls today, which is good. So, game 4, match 4, with almost Manaless Dredge. And yeah, we'll keep it. Not a great one, but the Dakmor Salvage, Edge of Autumn combo feels okay, so we'll keep. Discard a Dakmor Salvage, next time we can Dredge, and then cycle twice, and that might be enough. I want to hope so. The amount of cyclers that you get really makes a difference. Polluted Delta for our opponent, and cracks it. For a tropical island. This could be Rug again, actually. Alright, opponent ponders. Thinking about the next 3 cards that they have available to them. Not as good as Pondering Mage. Pondering Mage does get a creature on the battlefield for a mere cost of 5 mana. But you get a Ponder. Alright. Opponent, thinking through their options. Yeah, so still doing the slow thing. Dakmor Salvage. Hopefully we just draw a Phantasmagorian off the top. Actually, Phantasmagorian isn't even that great, because we want to keep the Street Wraith, the Dakmor Salvage, and the Edge of Autumn, so we'd still discard a few cards. Alright. What's on top? Stinkweed Imp. Well, that's even better. So we will discard Stinkweed Imp, pass the turn. I doubt our opponent has any main deck graveyard hate, so we'll just do it all. Ooh. Full color A. Alright. Tarmogoyf. Lots of Tarmogoyfs this league. Tarmogoyf's making a comeback. Alright. Do our draw. We get Dread Return, Golgari Grave Troll. Okay. Well, let's Street Wraith. Get back Grave Troll. And there's a Phantasmagorian. Alright, that's pretty good. So we will Phantasmagorian. This, and this. And then I think we go again. We only want 1 card left in hand. Yeah, that's perfect. Alright, Phantasmagorian. This, and this. Now we're kind of off to the races. So get back Phantasmagorian. Yep. And yep. So play Dakmor Salvage. Edge of Autumn. Yeah! Alright, well that was basically the best hand that we could have had. So get back Grave Troll. Mill a bunch of cards. Get back a Narcomoeba. Don't mind a cheeky Narcomoeba here or there. Yep. And then we will Cabal Therapy our opponent, sacrificing this Narcomoeba. Get a couple of bridges. Yep. Yep. And I think we'll just name Brainstorm. Always a good card to name in the dark when you're playing a blue player. True name. Oh, we did hit a Brainstorm. This is an interesting list. Alright, well. Congratulations to you, I suppose. And we'll pass. That was a pretty good our turn 1, which was basically turn 3. Opponent gets in. Okay, well, no blocks. Opponent can spend their Abrupt Decay if they so choose. They still have that Spell Pierce though, which we've got to keep aware of. I guess that's a reason not to Abrupt Decay. If our opponent has another land, and then they have Abrupt Decay, and they can hold up Spell Pierce, and it kind of gets a bit awkward, because we definitely want to do stuff. Alright, Wasteland's not really a worry. So opponent's going to leave up all their options. But that's fine, because we're going to get back in Icarid. And we can not cast a spell for this game if that's what they want us to do. So, exile 2 Street Wraiths. Draw... Stinkweed. I guess there's a small reason to go for the smaller line, but this is definitely fine. Please, I would love to use the ability. Now we have Cabal Therapy as well. Alright, so let's get in. If our opponent wants to leave up Spell Pierce, they can't Abrupt Decay, so we're kind of safe to just get in here. And then we will Cabal Therapy our opponent, sacrificing this Narcomoeba, get a couple of triggers. Oh yeah. Well, this feels pretty good. So our opponent can Spell Pierce it, but yeah. We just win. Well, it's nice to win game 1, you know, very rarely happens. Alright. Cool, okay. So, same deal as before. We can bring in... do we want to bring in... we want Forest for Reverent Silence, I understand. I understand. Well, we're just going to run it back. Our opponent might have... Hand Disruption? Whatever. We're up a game, let's just continue to be up a game, and then win the next one. Alright, no sideboarding. Make it easy for ourselves. See if our opponent gives us the play. Because I much prefer it when they don't give us the play. Alright. Opponent's in the tank. You gotta pay the piper whenever you play a Legacy, you know. Sometimes you just gotta verse almost Manaless Dredge. Sometimes you don't, but, you know, we'll see. We want to win these next 2 so we can get the glorious 3-2. 3-2 feels a lot better than a 1-4, that's for sure. Okay. Well, unfortunately we're on the play. I don't know how that happened, but we'll keep. Deck does the thing. Phantasmagorian, of course, a good card. See how we go. Cool. Alright, well, pass the turn. Nothing to see here. Alright. What is the go? Opponent cracks the Scalding Tarn. Looking for that answer, you know. Looking for that Tormos Crypt action, like we saw in our last match. Our opponent has access to a lot more cards now that they have black, but hopefully might stretch their mana base a little bit too thin. Alright, Delver of Secrets, that's fine. So we will pass the turn. And yeah, I think we're gonna bust it for Phantasmagorian. We can, if we get punished for it, we can just discard some cards to get it back to try again. Daze is fine. Alright. Goes for the Blind Flip, which means I probably don't have Brainstorm in hand. Yep. Insectile Aberration getting in. Going for the beatdown plan, I respect it. And Brainstorms. Alright, looking for that second land. Playing with their strengths. Not sure about the days, but that's fine. Scalding Tarn for our opponent. And cracks it. Let's just shuffle away those bad cards. Shuffle away that days, of course. You must understand. And Hex Drinker. Well, I'll take card. Why the okay. Well, Phantasmagorian once. Icarid. Dinkweed. Bloodgust. If our opponent cracks, we can just do it again. That'll teach him. Alright. That's fine. So one crypt a lot easier to beat than 2 crypts, that's for sure. So we'll do this. Kill the Bloodgust. Dredge, Stinky. Cabal Therapy's okay. We'll take a Cabal Therapy. Alright. Attack! Get him. Bake them away, toys. Alright, now we can... May as well Cabal Therapy our opponent. It's not getting any better, that's for sure. So, our opponent can daze if they so choose? Sure. It's not really that big of an issue, so that's fine. We will pass the turn. So, we gotta kind of rebuild. We got Stinkweeds in the bin, so until our opponent Tormoid scripts us, we can kind of try and do stuff. Alright. We can be pretty liberal with our Icarids as well, because they're gonna kill. They're gonna kill. Alright. Opponent. Man, I wish they just had level up as a instant. Like, it doesn't... I don't know. It's just like, why not... like, this card would be insanely broken if you could just hold up mana, do it in response, you know, like, I guess that would be probably too broken, but it feels just so bad doing it as a sorcery, you know. Alright. We will get rid of Bloodghast. And Dredge Stinky. See if we can go right on the edge, you know. Alright. Does our opponent crack in response to Narcomoeba? Do they feel like we've gone far enough? Well, they're definitely thinking about it. Although, I'm not particularly worried about... I'm scared of Narcomoeba. Opponent's thinking about it though. Alright, another Phantasmagorian would be good, except for the situation. You must understand. Alright. Icarid getting in. And yeah, I think we're just passing. Opponent brainstorms. Okay. That is fine. I still think we don't sideboard differently. Our opponent doesn't have hand disruption. Opponent has Tormoid scripts, but like, I guess we'll bring in the Force of Vigors. We'll just try him. We haven't really sideboarded that much this this playthrough, so like if Force of Vigors in our opening hand, obviously it's good because we can kind of get him, but it's kind of gotta be in the opening hand or nothing, really. Alright, pass the turn. And we will block the Hextrictor if they go into it. Renin 6. Alright, that's much better. Okay. Opponent gets in. Classic pay 1 mana to have your Hextrictor the same. I understand. Don't worry, opponent, I understand. And what else? Well, we're on 7, so we're kind of dead pretty soon. At least we can kill this Renin 6. Unless our opponent cracks. Is it crack time? Yeah. Alright, fair enough. So, can't really do that much about that. So we have to just let that one go. And our opponent... I guess our opponent can actually kill us here, right? So... that's close. Alright, well... Pass the turn. Discard Phantasmagorian. We can... try and hit a... No, we can't actually even draw cards. We have to just wait. So if we're not dead here, then we might be okay. 3 to 7, that's 7 damage exactly. Yeah, fair enough. Alright. Well, opponent got us. So we'll go into the next one. Alright, cool. So, going into game 3, our opponent's playing the Tormoid script plan. We're going to try these Force of Vigors. I'm pretty sure they are reasonable, so let's bring those in. Go down a Dread Return, a Phantasmagorian, a Cabal Therapy, a Thug, and then run it like that. See how that goes. I like Force of Vigor. I like the idea of Force of Vigor. I like being able to stop our opponent from just like waiting for us to fill up our library. Like if it was like regular Dredge, it might be in a different situation where you could just like hold stuff in your hand and then try and go off with Faithful Suitings and stuff after your opponent cracks. But like with us, like once they do that, we have to go to hand size again and like have to wait a whole another turn. Like we might have been okay last turn, but like if we had one more turn, but it was just impossible. It was just impossible. But at least while we're waiting, we can enjoy the differences between my Icarids and my Dread returns. Gotta have a mismatch, you know. Otherwise we'll sleep in the point. Alright, see you for game 3. Alright. Game number 3. We would like to take the draw, please. Love to draw. Alright, well, no Force of Vigor, but we do have the Phantasmagorian. We'll keep. See what our opponent's up to. Underground Sea. And Thoughtseize. Oh, the Thoughtseize? Come on, opponent. Get your act together. Alright. Can only take Edge of Autumn and Narcomoeba. Probably takes Edge of Autumn. Just like another cycling effect. Now we do nothing. We have to wait to go to hand size again. Spend a little bit longer just fluffing around. This deck is definitely an experience, that's for sure. Alright. Thoughtseize, Thoughtseize, Thoughtseize. Thinking about what their options are. Realistically, like, you could take the River Kelpie, I suppose, but, like, obviously the 2 Phantasmagorians is, like, not a great idea. Yeah. Come on, opponent. You have half a deck of choices. And one of them we want in our graveyard. And the other 2 we don't really care. Alright, takes the River Kelpie. Maybe they're gonna Surgical it? I guess that works. Alright, gets a Bloodghast. Can't cast it. Pass the turn. If our opponent Thoughtseizes us every turn, we also probably lose. They can't keep Thoughtseizing us though, because eventually they'll take cards that we want in the bin. So if your meta is like mono Pox, then this deck is great. Because you want to sacrifice creatures, discard cards, and sacrifice lands, it's like perfect. We didn't play it ourselves. Wooded Foothills cracks it. And just a Delver. Okay. Well, instant speed, besides instant speed stuff, we might be okay. So now we get to have the Phantasmagorian in the graveyard. And obviously, it's going to be super annoying if our opponent has graveyard hate, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Alright, opponent gets in. 4-3. 5 cards in hand, did a little bit of hex drinking, and levels up. Okay, so still at risk of a, what's his face, but what can you do? We have no dredges, do we? Yikes. Alright, well. Just got a bunch of stuff. Are we even just... yeah. I mean, I guess we're just going all the way. This one, this one, this one. Alright. Well, no dredges, funnily enough. A dredger at one point would have been nice, but... no, there's the dredger. Teehee. Alright, well, pass the turn. Luckily we have the Phantasmagorian in the graveyard still. Right. So, next turn we can start doing stuff. We're getting there. We're getting there eventually. Requires a little bit of, like, you know, something. Opponent's just gonna go beat down here. Alright, that's usually what you do when you don't have an answer. So, hopefully that means that we can get there. Opponent's gonna dome us for 7, and then if they have a lightning bolt, we go down to 4, and then we're dead to... I guess we're dead in 2 turns regardless. 10 and 10. 7 and 7. No. 7 and 7 doesn't kill us. Alright, gets in. Big hit. Alright, so... let's do this. Yes, we'll exile... ooh. I guess that's fine. We'll exile the Phantasmagorian. Mill the Grave Troll. Yay, I love playing Magic. Alright. Narcomoeba. Comes back. Maybe. Could come back. Hoping for it to come back. Looks like it's not going to come back. Here comes the return to nature. No, surely not. Alright, well we get a zombie. Almost certainly. And then we can get the Dakmor salvage for these Bloodghasts. And that might be good enough. We are going to Cabal Therapy. Don't know what we're naming. What do we name? What kills us? Maybe Tarmogoyf? Alright. Our opponent has Bolt, don't they? Alright, well we're gonna name Bolt, actually, because we're not gonna... I don't want to lose to it again. I don't want to lose to it again! Alright. Come on, let us chip in for 3. Yeah, that's right. That's what I thought you said. Alright. Opponent, let's just go to 3. And we will definitely Cabal Therapy you. Get a zombie. Probably could have actually done the Narcomoeba, but Narcomoeba flies, so we can... just a daze. That's fine. Don't really care about daze too much. Alright, pass turn. And we will almost assuredly double chump, just to keep our life total high. Kind of got a pretty bad dredge here as well. And if we want the Icarids back, we have to... Yeah, it kind of gets a little bit awkward here. Alright. Opponent. I want to get in. I assume you want to get in. Surely. Surely. They almost could pump it up to protection from everything, and then we'd almost assuredly die. But a little bit far away from that. So... yeah. I guess we're okay with just getting back 1 Bloodghast. Yep. Because the Icarid, like, chunks him for a bunch and leaves behind a zombie. Bloodghast just stays on the battlefield. Yeah, alright. Just a giant Tarmogoyf, that's fine. So, well, they can't block anyway, so we'll just get rid of them. Alright, big dredge here. Only for 2. Ugh. Yeah, get back a Bloodghast. Do you have Dredge Return? We don't, do we? Yeah, not quite. Alright, well, get in for 3. And they can, I mean, yeah. They can block or they can not block, it doesn't really matter. We'll leave the option up to them. I guess I could bolt their own Tarmogoyf? In which case we wouldn't want to do that, but I doubt that would happen, surely. Kinda need a big dredge there, but that's okay. Yeah, look. We'll just chunk in. I don't think that it can go badly. Yep. Get another bridge. Only 1, but we're only taking 3 next turn. Because we're just going to forever chump block. I guess they can 9 us if they draw a land off the top and then Hex Drinker again. So that would be pretty busted. I've never seen a Hex Drinker ultimate before, so I'd be pretty interested in seeing it. I guess 3 plus 4 is only 7 anyway. Yeah. Well, you know, if you did the last turn, might not be in that situation, but what can you do? Alright. Opponent, tax, tax, tax. That makes sense. So we will block and block. Not good though, that's for sure. This is basically just Jund, just Legacy Jund. You gotta play 4 colors if you're playing Legacy. Alright, opponent passes. So we will Icarid, Icarid, Icarid. That is pretty bad. So do we even... I guess we Alright, well, this one. This one. And then we'll just say no to the... Alright, don't really have a choice. That's fine. Oh, we don't even have any more dredges. No! We're gonna lose! Well, get in. Bake them away, toys. Yeah, this has been a little bit awkward, that's for sure. Yeah, better blocks. Keeps our Bloodghast alive, which is pretty rude. And I mean, we're just dead next turn, right? Opponent goes to 10 or 12. Okay, well, we're pretty dead. Would have been super nice to have anything, but we can block. Yeah, we can't even block enough. Alright, fair enough. Well, that is the end of that. Not a good day for Manaless Dredge, that's for sure. Alright, well, see you in the last one. Alright. Running it back for our last one. No, we hate to take the play. It's some serious, it takes me a little while to get myself into the always taking the draw. But it is what it is, after all. Going into match 4. Kind of had a pretty lackluster record. I mean, we won our first match. We lost against Show and Tell. We lost our second match against Reanimator, and then we lost against Rug twice. I mean, second Rug was like Jund Blue, Moist Jund. But yeah, it is what it is sometimes, you know. All right, we will keep for sure. See what we can get away with. The Phantasmagorian, always really good to have in your opening hand. We've been pretty lucky with our Phantasmagorians in our opening hand, so... Alright. Prismatic Vista for our opponent. Follow-up is... nothing. Of course. I understand. So we only got one Dredger. And Narcomoebas, which is just like insanely bad to have in your opening hand. You never want to draw the Narcomoebas, obviously, because now they're just like, they... it's like having a 58 card deck now. At least we get to go to hand size, that's important. Prismatic Vista Ponder. Well, it might be Miracles for our last game. Our last match, which could be good. Alright. Send it home. Go Gadget, Phantasmagorian. No point in doing it in our opponent's end step. If you had Icarids in hand, depends on the structure of your hand, I suppose. But we are just going to get rid of the relevant cards. We might actually not even discard the Narcomoebas. Doesn't really do anything in our graveyard, may as well keep them in hand. So we discard the Stinkweed Imp, the Bridge from Below, and the Dredge Return. So let's do that. This one, and this one. Yep, get it back. Kind of like if things go wrong, you know, might be okay. Because we have more cards in hand, but could just be wrong. Alright, Narcomoeba where it should be, on top of our library. So we will mill. And I guess Stack More Salvage is pretty good, actually. So we'll pass the turn. Dredging Deck More Salvage next turn. Probably should have just milled everything, but you definitely want to keep the Edge of Autumn in hand. Alright, Monastery Mentor, just running it out. So we will get back Dakmor Salvage. Play Dakmor Salvage. Yep. Yes, please. Ugh. Edge of Autumn doesn't do anything! Cabal Therapy ourselves. Sacrificing this Narcomoeba. Trigger Bridge. Yep. Zombie. Zombie. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Alright. Alright, we did it. Alright. Put our Phantasmagorian in the bin. I don't think it actually made a difference in the amount of punting that it caused, I suppose, but here we are. So, get back Phantasmagorian, discard this, this, and this. Yep. All just stupid triggers. So we kind of want another Cabal Therapy for our opponent, and then we can kind of Dread Return and go off like that. So get back this. Oh, another Narcomoeba is good. Narcomoeba comes back. We probably just don't go for it, right? With one Dread Return in the bin. Our opponent's not doing anything. If they reveal a Terminus, it's obviously annoying. I just go for it. I'm not here to have a long time, you know. Alright. River Kelpie. This. If our opponent has Terminus on top, I mean, they probably aren't prioritizing Terminus on top. And this way, like, the upside is so much larger. Also, 10 power of zombies is nothing to poo-poo. Alright, Force of Negation. I see. Alright. You got us. Yeah, pass turn. That's still reasonable. Just the bridges by themselves, like, generated a lot of value. Now we have all these zombies. So next turn, do we just go all in? Yeah, I guess we're trying to mill as much as we can, so we'll just go Thug here. It'd be nice to get the salvage back, but I think this is probably just better, just milling more cards. There's another Cabal Therapy. Well, that would have been good last turn, but that's okay. We'll just keep milling. Is there anything in our bin that we can mill? Yes, kind of. Alright. I'm here to have a long time. I'm here to have a good time. Yep. And takes the rest. Oh no, our bridges. That's fine. Keep chunking in. We have our zombie plan here. Alright, Ponders. Yeah, maybe they can actually just make more zombies than us. Make more zombies than, make more monks than we can make zombies, but I don't think it's too much of an issue. Alright, Prismatic Vista cracks it. Down to 9. And if they cast everything first main phase, then, you know, maybe? Maybe. So, Dakmor Salvage. Our opponent's on 9, so Bloodgust has haste. We might be able to mill another one. We'll see how many tokens our opponent gets to make, because they're definitely going to make a lot of them. So I have 6 at the moment, and we have 5. We have Icarid and Bloodgust as well, and they're just getting in. Okay. Well, that also works. So, yes to this. Kill our Street Wraith. Ugh. Here it comes. Alright. Any second now. Well, I mean, if we'd waited a turn, we probably could have won the game. But it's so hard to be like, well, if we, like, mill the next 3 cards and one of them is a Cabal Therapy, then we probably win. I think this one had the highest upside. Just, like, hope that your opponent doesn't have it, they'll tapped out. Like, seems reasonable. Hand has been pretty god-awful, though, that's for sure. Alright, get back Icarid. Mill Dakmor Salvage. Just a little mill. Swords to Plowshares our Ikorid. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So that's gone. Our opponent has a lot of tokens, that's for sure. Yeah, get back Bloodghast. Well, that really does anything. It does not do nothing. And yeah, I mean, just for ease, we'll discard these. Probably gonna have to try and grind now, which is really awkward, but just it is what it is, you know. We don't want to lose to like just monks that have prowess sometimes and not all the time. We'll see. We get to do a lot of dredging and cabal therapying, so... Alright. Big chunk. Well... I guess we're doing this. How many spells do you reckon they could cast? Do they just kill us if they cast... If they cast 2 spells, we trade? Or if they cast 1 spell, we trade. If they cast 2 spells, they eat them. But if they also cast 2 spells, one of them will be a 3/3. And how many do we need for Dread Return? Just another 2. Alright. So they could 9 us here. I think that's fine. Alright, go like that. Swords to Plowshares our Bloodghast. Well, that's a good way for us to gain some life. Yep. And yeah, that's fine. Alright, so we trade a couple off. We get to try and dredge our way into some sort of victory here. That's part of the puzzle. And there's a bridge from below as well. Ugh. Ugh. They figured us out. So yeah, we're almost there. Ikorid will help us next turn. Dread Return's gonna be good. We just have to like stay alive, which is probably more dubious than it sounds. Yeah, alright, pass turn. No attacks. Put him in a lot of monks. We might lose this one. Alright, what's the go? We have a Grave Troll. Next turn we get to do stuff, but we just have to, like, hope. We're probably chump blocking here. Our opponent has basically 10 power on the board if we chump block the 2 mentors and they cast 1 spell. So we have to chump block here no matter what. But we can beat Daze if our opponent plays Daze. Not hugely likely, but somewhat. I mean, definitely unlikely, is what I meant to say. Alright, that's good for us. So we will soak up some damage. We kind of have to, like... Oh, wow. Ah, those bridges! Bastards. Alright, that's fine. Get back Ikorid. Kill the... Thug. Phantasmagorian. Get back Phantasmagorian. Not really doing anything here. Does the opponent have another Swords to Plowshares? If they don't, then we're kind of okay. Alright, Grave Troll. Flayer of the Hatebound. 1, 2, 3. We just Flayer win them? I don't think we need to. They could have a counterspell in hand. I think it's down to, like, do they have the counterspell in hand? Because we only have 3 creatures, so this Dread Return's gotta be good. If we attack... That's so frustrating. Alright. Well, we have one line. And it has to be River Kelpie try and go off. So discard these. Well, our opponent is a deck full of counter spells. So yeah, that's just the hard cast Force of Negation. Alright, fair enough. Are we dead? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, they make 2 monks. Alright, cool. Let's go to the next one. Sucks to not win the first game, but you know, there's only uphill from here. Opponent almost certainly has Rest in Peace, I would say. So try the Force of Vigor line. And I think we're gonna grind our opponent out. I mean, let's try it. We have to try, you must understand. Yeah, go down Thug. Alright. Leave 1 Kelpie in there for value, I guess. Alright, see how we go. I guess we can consider bringing in Contagion, but it just kind of feels bad. If our opponent has Containment Priest, it's pretty bad. So let's hope they're not on the Containment Priest pan and they're on the other plan. So yeah. Otherwise, Bridge from Below's got to get us there, which is not very likely. Alright, see how we go. Okay. So we will not take the play. Haha. Alright, this Force of Vigor. Alright, this hand's pretty good. We can get rid of their thingies if they have them. And we have Edge of Autumn. Edge of Autumn's pretty good to have in the starting hand, so we will keep. Don't know if Force of Vigor is even going to be relevant, but we have the Grave Troll, which is a good start. Opponent does nothing. Well, we will meet your nothing with a slightly larger nothing. So go to hand size, discard Grave Troll, and yeah, nothing else to do. I guess if our opponent plays Rest in Peace, we want to kill it. So yield until end step. Just a preordain. Okay. So not sure, because our opponent also has Terminus, which is like also pretty bad against us. I mentioned we want to reverse fair decks, but we're kind of reversing a bunch of fair decks, and we have not been doing that well. So Grave Troll, mill some cards, see what we hit. Nothing important. Okay. That's fine. We might even bin. We're gonna get back the Dakmor salvage almost certainly, so we'll bid the Dread return. And yield until end step. Yes, I say yes. Opponent cracks in their upkeep to fix their preordain. And I asked if we could yield until end step. Alright. Try it again. So if our opponent plays Rest in Peace, it doesn't really matter that much, so we will also do nothing. This smells like a Containment Priest if I ever heard one, but I'm gonna roll right into it. And here it comes. And can we beat that? No? I guess we try and see if we can beat it? The answer feels like no. Alright. So, Dakmor salvage. Play Dakmor salvage. Trigger these idiots. No and no. Yeah, so should have brought in Contagion. But they also have yeah. This is almost certainly just ends in us losing, unfortunately. So get back the Dakmor salvage. It's Phantasmagorian to mill our entire hand. I don't think we have a win here. So if we mill, yeah, we just can't beat. We honestly just can't beat this card. That's why we should bring in Contagion. But then we're like bringing in 4. Yeah. Alright, fair enough. We have lost this one. Alright, well, pretty disappointing end to that one, but I guess we'll talk about it in the wrap-up. Alright, so how do we feel about almost Manaless Dredge? Well, pretty disappointing. That was not the best performance we've ever had. The first time I ever played the deck, I went 5-0, and then I played it recently on our stream, and went 1-4 again. So I guess that 1-4 is probably more likely than the 5-0, although we did get this list from the mothership, where all the 5-0 lists are posted, so it has been able to win. Not sure exactly where or how or what I was doing wrong. Maybe I was doing something wrong, not playing it correctly, but that one was bad because our opponent, we anticipated them having rest. Our last game, if you didn't see it, we versed Miracles. We anticipated that they'd have Rest in Peace, and they had Containment Priest instead. So if they had Rest in Peace, we had the Force of Vigor in our opening hand, things would have been pretty okay. We would have been able to rebuild fairly quickly, but we could just sniff the Containment Priest a mile away, and because we didn't bring in Contagions, couldn't do it. But there's just also like a pretty critical mass of cards in the deck that if you bring in too many cards, I thought that bringing in 8 cards might have been too much, so we would have had to take a risk on which one, because they would almost certainly bring in both. So pretty sad one. Lost against Blue-Black, won against Blue-Black Show and Tell at the start. Gave us high hopes, and then we lost against Reanimator, Rug, and then Rug Feet Black, and then that Miracles deck at the end. So the games are quick. It's a pretty good budget deck. Might not be the climate for it, I guess would be a way to say it. But yeah, I mean, I play this deck in paper a little bit, and it's a lot of fun. So if you want to sort of like spin the wheel and see what you can do, and like maybe eventually build up to regular Dredge with the LEDs and the Faithless Lootings, then you can definitely give that a go. But that was what we had for today, so thank you so much for joining us. Please like and subscribe and do all that all fun stuff to keep us going and growing. I love you all very dearly, and have a wonderful day.